That's good. Reference is up. Everything looks good. Alright. Okay. Today's gonna be a shorter stream. By shorter, I mean like usual timing, rather than going into the late night like Fridays always do. But anyways, what was today doing? What? Anyways, I think it was just render some stuff. Render a little bit more, and then call it a day. I think it was. Could look for another brush, perhaps. Something that is opaque enough. Wait, how is this so separated? Oh, it's the okay, right. I don't know why I missed this the first time around. I want it to be dense enough to kind of Alright, kind of cool. Probably not very performant. That's probably a good brush. Let me just keep it here, and I'm gonna restore this. hell is that? What layer is this? Mostly not visible. I see. Just the underside then. Focus on the underside. Which is like a line. Oh, okay. That's great. Very cool. Very cool. Simple, simple. Dang, this is fire, man. Holy shit, this music is fire. God damn. Loading is. There are boots. I think going into this, my mind is very stuck on trying to get it to be binary. So it's like either pixel or no pixel, and not so much like opacity. And then let like colors do the sort of opacity changing, you know, like because opacity being lower just means you can see a little bit of the background or you catch some of the light from behind. And then keeping it like binary as in like whether if there is or isn't a pixel without any concern for opacity just makes it easier to think about, but I think it's not very good for clouds because that's not what it is in the first place, so it's inherently gonna be hard or like very counterintuitive at least to execute. So not worrying too much about that has helped a bit with this right now. Just whatever, like get the shape kind of roughly in the spot, and then we can worry about opacity later, perhaps, if we do want to. Let's get full on transiting into painting. That's what it is. The binary nonsense is a lot more to do with cell shading kind of vibes. Because I haven't done enough, I keep forgetting the stuff that I set up for myself. I'm pretty sure I thought about the whole thing as binary just like as a easy way to get shit done. Get big shapes in, and then do gradient setups. And then after that, we're meant to just paint over everything and just ignore so-called binary systems and whatnot. But it's so in my nature to just keep going in that binary system. So much easier to understand. Oops. I'm still kind of doing it and trying to enforce it. So I'm either painting the color or removing the color. I'm not really picking intermediaries. Of course, the brush helps a lot in this case. It's like a normal cloud brush, but I just removed like the... Oh wait, what? Yeah, doesn't have to be exactly the same. I just removed the gaps between the things. Makes it a lot easier to use. Because now there's no sort of random ass gaps inside, which I hate. But we still have the edges that allows us to really get those really cool looking shapes. I think this is about it. And then I'm gonna start just painting over everything, I think, at this point. The one bonus of going for like just a photo reference like this. I don't have to worry too much about the colors anymore. Just take what I get. I don't have to tweak it necessarily too much. Let's go and do it. What? I'm painting a sky or what? Kind of hard to enforce the color in. There's like a bit of a color mixing property to this brush. It's kind of hard to understand intuitively. It's really weird. Unless it doesn't do what you want it to do. Let's get a bit more purple in here. Desaturated purple. It's too green. Oh my god. God damn. My god. Yeah, let's go. What about this side here? Just make it a little bit more orangey in general. Oh, it's kind of really faded. I wanted to add some textures to the sky, but now I think it's probably not a good idea. The whole point is to have it be so clear. Nani kore? 3-layer for me? Don't mind if I do. This brush is really good for drawing these like long horizontal clouds because it is made for that, because it literally is a photo reference of it, if I remember correctly. We just kind of modified it so it's not a stamp, which I don't like. You want to still control the shapes, but just make use of the good well, silhouettes, which is also the shape, but anyway, what am I talking about? It's got some weird color mixing that's making it a little bit hard to control here sometimes. Just gonna erase this part, I don't need it. Some hints would do. And then whoa, 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 whoa. Actually kind of like ours more than the original reference. The reference is good because of the textures, that these line textures. But I want to add those in at the very end here. I kind of want to break up the shapes. That means I need silhouettes that are capable. I need a brush where, kind of like what we have, where the core is dark, but then the edges are a little bit more frayed. And as a result, it's more capable of doing something more than what just having a round brush can do. And I need something that is kind of like a stem, but not really like a stem. Like this is all too faint. Like, I think it looks like too noisy. Yeah, it's too blurry. You want something that is still quite. This is just too clumpy. Is this maybe a thing? Maybe this is a thing. You just need to lock that. Okay, I'm gonna duplicate this. The problem with this is that the texture is rotating here. But we can deal with that. Which one is it? Direction? No, it should be stroke though. But it's not ribbon anyways. How does this work? Angle. Ah, yes, you. None. This should keep it constant forever. Except it's in the wrong direction. 2-0. But this is a watercolor edge, huh? So take this out. So this is gonna be used very, very sparingly because this is very easy to go out of hand, I think. I've always kind of hated this kind of textures. I want to see if it works here. Like, yeah, just like braid a little bit, ever so slightly, because this is more controllable than the other one. Just like good enough to add a little bit of specs, but it's actually too. It's not so much about the reference and more about what we want here. It's too recognizable too because it is pretty much just a stamp at this point. Yeah, if we can break it up a little bit more, we have to paint and paint over it. It's not necessarily a very fun workflow. It's a bit cumbersome. But otherwise, like for filling areas up like this, that's pretty good actually. Don't hate it. Okay, it looks kind of bad right now, but. Oh, sorry, I'm painting the wrong layer, am I not? Yeah. Oh, right. So going into paint over, this is the problem because I am doing additive process, but I only want to add onto this layer of the cloud itself. So when I need to remove stuff, I have to go back to the base layer to remove things. Because the only way to remove it via additive process is to paint the sky color on top, but I don't want it to have multiple colors like that just yet. That should be reserved for the final set of paint over, if we ever even need it. Ideally we don't, because the process should already bring us to the end. Anyways, I think we're pretty close. It's just a little bit, couple more images away, like a couple more paintings away to figuring out a truly more robust process that will suit us. But regardless, not sure. I'll probably come back tomorrow and hate it. In the meantime, do I even paint it? So do I even render this? I want to try it anyways, because otherwise there's no point. Well, not much help there. Wait a second, what's... I see, so this is strictly on top, okay. Well, I don't even need it then, seeing as how I don't have any layers here anyways. What I got? Okay. And I'm gonna get rid of all the lines here. What? Singing? No fucking way. Too big, I mean. Surely I can be lazy with this, right? Where's my... What? What's the brushes I made? What? How do I know? Oh my god. Faves. No, not fave. What? That's bullshit. Where is it? Oh, it's here. Yokunainya. Lazy is the right way to paint, I think. Oh, is this Omega sector? Holy shit. Oh my god. Well, actually, I can't even see what's happening in the photo, so I don't know how to paint it. Interesting. Wait, hang on, let me see. Can't really see on the other monitor either. Lamau. Okay, get the big shapes, right? Get the big vibes. So let me just realign my... To be painting the right things, that's the thing. should I just merge the black together? I think it's an interesting discovery. I feel like maybe I should avoid weird colors like this where it becomes really hard to see. Because there's no good way to draw this right now because I can't see what's happening. It would be better if we have like an established workflow for all of these different materials already, and then we're just coming in to execute. Because this doesn't really serve as a good practice right now. I guess we could... No, yeah, even if we find like a reference for the texture we want, painting in this value set is just really hard to see it. So if you want to practice that, you might as well practice that directly with something a little bit brighter than this. I don't really have... I feel like... What is that? It looks very geometrical. Wait, sorry, do I care? Wait, I have something very geometrical. Actually, where is it? Toto. I could do this? If it would just follow the damn thing. And it would just selectively rub it out here and there. Actually, it kind of needs to be a bit more evenly taken out. I don't know. Dubious. Very dubious at best. I'm gonna ignore it. I'm just gonna keep it. That's like... Should I put this on a separate layer? Dang it. I honestly cannot see shit on my monitor, on my tablet here. I have to lean in so close, I can't see anything. Brush. What do you call it? Yeah. Oh, the whiplash. I'm gonna go to the washroom. I'll be right back.
Wow.
Run the line. Mwahaha. Wait, hang on. I need to pull this over here. Drop it higher. Yeah. Nani mo mienai. But it's about the same in the ref anyway, so. There are boots. Expected. Tiny as doors. Alright, it's a quirk of the brush. What can I do about that? Maybe pick this instead. Oh boy. Yes. Just try, right? Let's try. Too much, I'm not sure. Just lock it for now. It's too blue everywhere. I don't know. Maybe it is red. Not the Sua. Maybe the red is messing me up. Maybe there shouldn't be this red. Even this is kind of red, though. Wouldn't it be more blue? It is very blue though, it's very blue. Given that the shadow is actually redder, I mean it kinda makes sense I guess because the lighting is the blue one. It's the reason why it's blue, but like is it really blue? Kinda like the blue, maybe not like the shadow. This part here is interesting. Not so blue. I'm not sure why though. It kind of makes sense that it's from everywhere, right? Because this is what the lighting situation is. Maybe it's the red that's kind of messing me up. I can't quite see it just yet. I can see a little bit, but not yet. The colors I'm also not 100% sure. Makes it a little bit dubious to continue at this rate. So I'm just going to leave it for now. Deal with some of the other parts first. Oh. Oh, I didn't even lock the layers, broski. color it should be. I didn't lock again. I'm aware I'm slowly bringing the character a little bit more brighter. A little bit brighter here is just not following the existing setup here. Just not good potential issues here. Doesn't look very good. Group the shapes and then the values. Right? I see. It's the opposite setup. Oh. Oh, you know what I could do? Can I move this up? Oh yeah, I can. What? Oh my god. So I can have my navigator on the other monitor, so I can see both colors at the same time. What? 300 streams, dude. Holy shit. 300 fucking streams, and here we are. I'm gonna have to sit for a bit. I don't know what. Something about the colors I don't like. I think it's too bright, maybe too blue. So far in this one, I only like the clouds and the wires. Wires are kind of low-hanging fruit. We haven't really done anything special anyways for the wires. But then for the clouds, at least I got a brush and made some adjustments and we used it. So that's pretty good. That means it's a permanent addition to our crew set. So it's not bad. Got something out of it. Brokey. Let's see. Pinterest. No Pinterest. Oh my god, it's all fucking AI. Holy shit. I'm inclined to leave this as is because like with this color setup, this is pretty much it. Since we're doing the simplification route this time around, is no need to go super hardcore with the rendering. Because if we do, probably want more values in here, a little bit more of a value spread, so we can actually see what's happening. I'm inclined to just do a quick painting of. And then maybe reference one of the hairs here and see if we can. This shoe one is pretty good, I think. Where's the main line? See if the main line runs here. One sec. Call me. So don't want to make it too complicated. Oh, I see. This is kind of annoying. This stupid navigator needs to get out of here. For closing in on this. So it's a killer for sure, I think. Angle and everything, right? I do agree. Okay, I see. Because the call is here, right? The call is here. Hang on. Wait a second. No lock for the sky just yet. Okay, we can off. I think we can go. Where? Wow, shit, where to go? Where did my reference go? Where we go? Crap. Oh, I can just press forward. No, I cannot. Shit. Yes, that is true. What? Oh man. I can't find the reference. Just looking at it. I see, because it didn't lock onto the... Hello, George. Hello, hello. 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 Oh my god, it's George. Hello. Hello. Здравствуйте. Привет. Привет. Привет, комрад. Dang, I'm just spamming MapleStory remix here. That's so good. Holy shit. Oh my god. Freaking pixel pushing. This pixel art BS. No line. Still no line. Very slow conversion. Sorry, why am I on a new layer again? Why am I on new layer? What? Anyways, confused. Alright, realignment check. I'm not going in. Right, check is not clear. It was not from before. Interesting, not really, but even then. Not clear for launch. Why? Do not know. Maybe it is shot. Not sure. Okay, load in. Jeez. Still not authorized on this. Holy shit. Insane, bro. No, go ahead. I figure it out later, I think. Wait for the distillation here. Q. Esper. Yeah, the lines might get merged together. We'll figure it out. Figure it out. My god. It's kind of sleepy, but I need to toggle this, I think. Balancing. Too long, right? Absolutely have to get the the tagging done this weekend with all my shit. Come Monday, I want it to be a lot more targeted, I think. Specific at the certain styles, I think. Certain proportions, certain stylization ideas, I would like it to be a little bit more clear. Once the tagging is done, it should automatically happen. But the tagging has to finish done first. Bit of a problem, I would imagine. Figure it out. Everything, figure it out. Figure 11. Be aware of this. No constraint this time around. It is possible, yes. But what? Oh. Okay. Target, check one, and then pull a bit more. By pull, I mean make it bigger a bit. Okay, huge issues. True, I should have just found a ref. It's not necessarily a very hard pose here. Yeah, anyways, I feel like recently it's just been a little bit too overwhelmed with a bunch of random shit everywhere. So I don't really even want to have anything. I don't have any ideas. I don't have any inspired moments. So I don't really feel like drawing. As a result. Align 1. Then we align 2. Yeah, it is basically burnout. I mean, like, burnout, I'm not sure if it's 100% the same thing. But it definitely is the same idea. Is that you're just too tired. You're just too overwhelmed by a lot of different things. And then just... It's not that you don't want to do it anymore. It's just that, like, you know, you're just way too tired to think clearly, to evaluate clearly, to be inspired, to have any ideas. Everything, when you try to do it, is a lot harder to get done right the first time around because you're tired. And as a result, you have to spend... You basically require more energy to do the same amount of things, but then you have less energy in the first place, so everything just kind of falls apart that way. But then today, I feel like with... So it's all experience as well as that sort of being in the moment kind of thing, right? Experience so far has taught me a lot about stuff about how I'm overdoing certain things and what it feels like to compromise. Because when you compromise, it never feels good. It feels like you're just like taking a shortcut and you're skipping out on quality and so on and so forth, and then it just doesn't feel good, right? Doing so. But then compromising is very important. And one way or another, you're always gonna have to compromise, unless you're a freaking camera, you know, freaking 3D render engine. Render exactly the same thing. But in any case, today the music's been pretty good. Kind of like this. It's probably like an AI rendition. I don't know for sure. Maybe it isn't. Maybe it is. But man, this is a good genre of music for working. It's a bit similar to like all the EDM stuff that I usually use. I haven't used it in a while now, but the difference being that it's way more melodic. It's not necessarily as strong on the beat and noise and distortion and all that than the other ones that I tend to listen to. And it's MapleStory, of course. Is this rock? If so, I do like it. I do definitely like it. I also don't know if you guys know Power Wolf. I'm not listening to them because you know they have the word wolf in their band, but it's like kind of like satanic death metal kind of vibe. I think it's just death metal in general, perhaps. I'm not really too clear on the genre, but I remember listening to them in the past. It's really good as well. I got reminded of them today because I saw like an AI version of a Warhammer 40k song. Like they were honoring the orcs. Anyways. And it was very good. God damn, dude. Anyways, I kind of want to paint. I was kind of lost coming in today because I like the previous one. It's just it was just clouds and like the buildings left, and then for her there's not much to do. And then the clouds, I was looking at it and I've realized I need a new brush. Like I can really see like all these things that we've learned slowly sort of coalescing and condensing down, like becoming a step for the next step. Because when we were talking about textures before, a long time ago, I was thinking about textures. I just think of them as one whole family of things, which it is. But within this family of things, there's like subsections, right? You have like the more homogeneous textures like noise, whereas you have the other ones where you have all these sort of more deeper cuts into the brush itself. And also you have the other type of textures where you just have the edges kind of be a bit fuzzy, and then that's it. But the inside of it is opaque, it's solid, right? So because I had that sort of recognition now, I understood that there was a bit of a difference, and I understood what I liked and didn't like. I knew what I wanted to look for. So I went around looking for a brush, and I found like a brush that I had a long time ago, which is just like that. It literally is just a photo of a cloud, but like, you know, you turn it into binary and then you got some opacity in it. But the problem with this, you can see like it's, first of all, this brush is a stamp, right? So which means by my sort of organization method, it's one of those textures where you have a lot of emptiness in between like your blocks of colors. And of course I can make this really big, but then you're just stamping at that point, right? Oh, is that right? Yeah, so what I did is I just opened this and I changed the stroke. I turned it all the way down. So if you look at the one I have over here, which is this one, I turned it to 2.3 here. So with 2.3, you're now just painting blocks of shapes, right? And then of course this by itself is kind of boring like this. So what you could do is you can make it bigger, get some like this, erase a little bit, fix the shape a little bit, and then all of a sudden you have like a custom cloud. Like it doesn't even take too much effort, right? Because you have the noise that is surrounded, that is generated by the original photos, right? And then you couple this with more stuff. You couple this with what I had originally. Now you have some sort of stylization going on with the cloud itself. Like this is, you see how this bottom part is very bad because it doesn't really look like clouds. But you combine it with the previous one, and all of a sudden now you have like a bit of texture in your clouds, right? And of course, this being a stamp, you can still stamp it, right? So like, because of this discovery, like this sort of ideas connecting, it isn't necessarily very groundbreaking per se, right? But like, things are slowly starting to come together. And then with respect to the colors, with respect to the painting, pushing colors here and there doesn't really feel that scary anymore. We still have a lot of issues to work through, shapes and all that, but yeah, the other thing was also like it becomes a little bit clearer in that, like, I know I mentioned this before as well, that the binary setup where you have a base color, a light color, some gradients on each individual part is not meant to stop there. It is just meant to be like a, you could stop there, but like I remember in the original idea, it was that you use that setup to set up a structure that allows you to change colors flexibly and add colors and gradients specifically, very targeted way. But then after that, it's meant to be painted over. So you do a paint over on everything afterwards, and it becomes a lot easier because you have all the colors in there now. But then when you were choosing the colors, you have the whole benefit of having the layers being split and all that. So now that that structure is a bit clearer. And then like if you're painting, say like a part of the character, like just the hair, then you will have the base layer, you have the light layer, and then you have the paint over, but this is just for the hair. And then like you have different section for like clothing and all that. And then when each section is done, you can go onto the top here and do a master paint over. And this guy can take care of a bunch of different textures and other stylization, which I just remembered I forgot to do. I wanted to sort of break out some of the shapes, but then it's a bit hard to do so in like a very rough state, because it would just be construed that like your rough state is rough, and the whole point of the breaking up is to make it rougher. So I think it would just like kind of not really stand out anyways. Not too concerned though, not too concerned. I think another part of me is also just kind of letting go. Before it's always been like, hey, I gotta make sure I do this correctly. But then the idea of correctly is very dubious, because what is correct? Is it correct to spend a lot of time here? Or is it not correct to spend a lot of time here? So now it's more of just wow, you know, music feels good, kind of want to do this. Maybe let's try painting this, and then we just go. That's how we're here, by the way. I don't want to spend too much time on like the lines itself today, or like on this part. I think this is enough, and then at some point we're just gonna go and paint. I think I've seen multiple times of like people who are very painterly, right? Their workflow and process is very painterly, but they arrive at a result that is very clean. But I think it's taken like 5 years, like basically this whole time of seeing this many people doing this way, and then finally managing to convince myself that, hey, you know, like we could do the same thing too, you know, like it's not like you have to keep everything super duper clean all the time. I don't know, but like I mean, this right now is just a single moment of me being a little bit more brave, perhaps. So I don't really know if it's gonna be lasting. Probably isn't, right? But it's just like when you first learn as well. Like, you know, like things don't necessarily. Yeah, you will feel inspired. You will feel like you're making good progress in one moment, and then the next moment you go back down. But the fact that you're starting to feel that is progress, right? So we're slowly going somewhere, I imagine. Wow, we better. we fucking better. God damn, dude. Spent like 1,700, 2,000 hours in this in total. Like, including all the time off stream, right? So I need a second here. I need to figure out what I want to do here. So my main idea is, like, if you look at all these here at the bottom, they have a very sort of desaturated background with one sort of main color. I think on the left here, was that Surtur? No, that's Levitain, right? I mean, they look the same anyways. Wow. Anyways, hair color being the focus might be good. We just go for like a very white, maybe somewhat bluish. Sorry, red and orange, right? So we go target like greenish, bluish kind of vibe sky. And then she'll just I was just trying to make her stand out in that. And then we can have like a flower field if you want to as well. I was gonna paint clouds, but then I'm not so 100% sure. I don't really know what I want, so I'm just gonna... Actually, let's get the character block now. Today is interesting, I think. A lot of things kind of lined up. Sometimes this happens a lot in VR chat, and anything, just I guess in life, right? You don't really know what's gonna happen when you go into something. So many times I come into stream thinking that today is just gonna be another grind. I don't really know if I make any progress today, but I found like a good music, and then we made some progress, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh shit, dude. Oh shit, dude. Are we doing it? Are we doing it? But of course, tomorrow is gonna all come crashing down again. It is what it is. One step at a time. This is all very new to me because I don't have anything solid here, you can see. So I don't really know what my block-in is supposed to be here. Is it meant, am I supposed to block in the entire silhouette? Or should I block in part by part, you know? And of course the answer is always just whatever the hell you want. Since it is art. You just want to be free and you just want to do your own thing. But then, yeah, man, holy shit. It took so many times of failing and trying and to really kind of be able to let loose to this extent, which isn't even near what we need yet. Still need a little bit more than this. If I block out silhouette, like some of these things are a little bit weird. I'm not really sure if I should block out silhouette. I feel like maybe I should block out hair and then block out the individual parts separately. This doesn't feel very logical to me. So I'm just gonna block out hair right now. Hell yeah, Maple Story music. I need to disable or not. This brush isn't very friendly. We're gonna... Yeah. Now might be a good time to actually figure this out, but I don't feel like doing it right now. We need to start making the tools work for us a lot better than this, like, because a lot of times I find myself working against what the tool is. Like, the tool doesn't really help what I want to do. It kind of does it, but it kind of also has some bad spots. Like this right here feels like you see this line here. If I go really light, it will taper off this way, which I don't want. I kind of want it to have a little bit of a tip at the end, but also kind of thick. I'm not really sure what I want, actually. Never mind, forget it. Lomao. This is C3 Ria, by the way. So, like, she's actually smiling. She's all grown up. This is not a typical Ria. I've only drawn like one time of her grown up before. That was way long time ago, I think, off stream, but wasn't very good. Proportions are not very aligned and whatnot. This is still kind of a bit iffy, but it kind of works. Yeah, the shapes are very clumpy. Their shapes are not long and elegant and slick like we usually have, because those lines, those shapes in the past were insinuated by line art, and line art lines are obviously a lot thinner, so it's a lot easier to deliver that slick idea. Which right now is not very easy to do so, because I don't really know what am I? Alright, delete. By that I mean like I'm gonna ignore. Gonna ignore that for now. Let's do the dress. Typical sundress setup. Nothing too special because we don't want to waste too much time thinking about clothing. I'll deal with the top in a bit. Let's get the side done first. C3 Ria means we can make her smile and actually have her personality. I have a rough idea of what her final version would be like. Actually, this doesn't look long enough. Sundresses are pretty huge, no? Doesn't have to be good. It just needs to convey idea. Yes, sir. Locking. I'm gonna pull colors apart real quick. This is correct. Alright, cool. And then we grab it and then unlock. And there we go. Skin. Very yellow. Wait, hang on. Make it a bit brighter here. Are we red shifting? Okay, this should be fine. Okay, hair setup means that this is on top, which is kind of awkward as always. Oh right, her hair needs to be reset. I forgot because I changed it. Asymmetric hair. It's possible that some anatomy is not gonna line up, but then that's it's all good. Oh, no, that's correct, right? Is that correct? Not sure. We'll find out. Blocking. Alright, ground. I think, so what's the setup here? I'm not 100% sure yet, but then I feel like Amiya and this Leviathan one is pretty good. The idea is kind of similar between the two, right? You have the character kind of having merged with the bottom of the canvas and the background a little bit. So the bottom half is dark, and the head silhouettes against the background, so that's pretty good. That's kind of probably what we'll go for. I'm not gonna have her stand on a couch, right? So most likely we're gonna go for the flowers. So maybe we'll just copy the setup for Amiya. She does have a similarly colored hair too. A little bit brown. Ria's actual hair color is actually kind of a little bit yellowish green. It's not meant to be whatever that I'm drawing. I've always kind of strayed very far away because I don't really like yellow-green here. Like more on this side of the color. It tends to be a bit dirtier. But anyways, not meant to be green here. I want whatever color that is. What color is that? Grayer. I don't know if you're here for that, George, but I realized that I could have just moved the navigator onto my other screen because I'm having color issues with my tablet and the thing not lining up and all that. But if I just freaking move the navigator to the other side, that means I can see both colors at the same time. Like that. Why didn't I do this earlier? So weird. 0 brain cells, bro. I don't know what I'm doing here, by the way. Okay. So the initial phase here, we only care about colors and vibes. I need to figure out where I'm going with this. How do I reconcile the thing? Leviathan's red rip works really well because background is just pure white here. Be a faster way to do this, right? Arm is kind of long, huh? I'll deal with that later. What do I need to fix right now? I need to fix in the colors. Which one first? Thematically or based on background? Either one works. It's the order of priority of what I want. What do I want? I guess the difference here is that Ria is kind of wearing white. In the dark. I can see the main line resetting. I think it's fine actually. I'm not sure yet, right? So let's go for a different setup then. Let's see if I can do that properly. I do need some writing here. Generic, maybe? Yeah, interesting. I'm not sure. I don't have a very clear vision of where I want to be. So it's a desync. The resync is on. The thing about values, right? What is the point? Okay. Not sure. But stopping here isn't gonna do anything, I imagine. So there must be a correct way to use this brush here. Yeah. Okay. This can actually kind of work for petals, I suppose. Oh, whoops. Nice, dude. The problem is that there's a lot of things I haven't really decided, like angle, perspective primarily, because like the flowers, even if I'm drawing some random ass like shapes, you know, you can say that, hey, you're not really drawing flowers, like these are not actual real flowers or whatever, like blah blah blah. But like you can kind of see past that. But if perspective is kind of wonky, it's kind of a death sentence. It doesn't really work anymore. Man, I really do not have patience for this, but I also really do not want to use a stamp for this. I don't have a good distribution setup. Okay, this will be the ref. Okay, I can be a little bit more insane with this then. Looking at that, just need to make sure the relative sizing is looks right, and then the close-up ones are actually properly rendered. Although this is still kind of big for a flower, is it not? So I'm also painting on the same layer here, so a bit dangerous here. Setting up some stocks, even though there's nothing there yet. And there we go in. Actually, the further it goes, the kind of just melts together, no? I shouldn't be able to see as much, no? It's also kind of insane, though, what I'm doing. It's too big. These needs to be a little bit more defined, I think. Anyways, at some point we're gonna learn the balance. Probably not today. We do have Pio Tego's one-on-one next week. I think I should send her an email. Send her a message today, maybe? Just to make sure that it's no unforeseen circumstances in that regard. This is still better than the other set of flowers that we did. I don't have to worry about the actual shapes here. Just kind of YOLOing. I think this is probably the only kind of art that I can truly actually produce. As much as I would like it to be very precise and very correct and very tight all over the place, I think it's not possible to be drawn by these hands, I wouldn't say. Just venture a guess. That's never gonna happen. That is okay, I hope. The only issue is that it's kind of dull at this point. It's kind of dark. Sorry, it's kind of gray. But we can play into, we can use that really well because then we can make the character pop if I just start throwing random colors in here. If we can throw in a bunch of random ooh, but the balance, I'm not sure how I would do that. Balance. I don't know. How color add? Let's bring out the hair first. Oh. So let's think about this, right? Like, number one, I need it to be focused on. I need the main color, I guess, accent to be whatever this is, whatever the hair is gonna be, some kind of red orange thingy. I Everything else needs to be secondary. It needs to not clash with this. That's the requirement. The only way to add more colors would be the grays, which means the transition away from the main part that's being lit, which would be the top of the head, as well as the shadows. And as for the colors that can work, I think any color could work, because saturation, like gray, would mean that it's able to sort of kind of all blend together. But if we choose something more thematically relevant, or maybe like controlled, like a dichromatic or trichromatic setup, it'll be a bit different as well. Interesting. What does pure white look like? Pure white might work actually. Maybe not pure. Something really close. Color for her. This is not even the right color. Well, she can't really get much more saturated than this because it's not her hair color anymore. It's not blue or something. I think it's fine. We just hijack that then. Oh. Yeah, I'm not sure yet. No flowers around it. It looks really weird. Guess we do need to start flowering up this place. Some shadows first, maybe. And my hand is so tired from doing this. We don't have enough overlapping stuff either, like that. But worst of all, it's just the shapes are not very consistent. It's kind of hard to tell that they're all meant to be the same thing. Okay, now what? Obviously the lake's kind of floating. We do have to deal with that, but that's for later. I just don't know what the lighting situation is, but I guess it's just, I mean, I already suggested it on the ground. So it's less of a lighting situation, more for like color problem then. Polar. Background's not hard to do. If you really want something, just put a fucking mountain back. GG. Clothing is, so it's just the colors. Given that the ground isn't even going that dark, the sundress is not gonna be anywhere close. Pretty much translucent anyways. Show. Probably use the same gray, I think. Way too strong. Broski. Alright, how do I do this? Just get good, Broski. Get good. Alright, time to get rid of these guys. That's the shit. Come on. Alright. Probably just find a reference actually. Other than whatever the hell this is. Actually, I don't know where the shadow's even supposed to be. Somehow. There's some shapes for now, which is good enough. Yeah, it's pretty darker than actually I think. Which way? Yeah, I have to overcome that. It feels really weird. Like just the color. Basically, all these different workflows, your color transits through a different path than you're used to. So you have to be used to seeing in the intermediary state. If not, you'll feel like it's wrong. It's kind of cool to have these darker parts though. I now have enough contrast on the ground. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go to the toilet. I went to cook some rice and fish balls because I haven't had dinner yet. Coffee and dinner, you know, as one does. Yo, pineapple pizza is a bomb. You should see Sweden. Or this Switzerland. They have like banana pizza. Bananas on pizza. Check it out, yo. Yeah, I promise I'm not trolling. I promise. Jeez. Oh man, this clothing I don't get. Should be able to find something. Ah, なるほどね。 Lamau. Alright, let me just fix this shape real quick. It wasn't gonna matter, but then I was thinking whether if I can show a little bit of the legs through the fabric here. Do need the silhouette behind it to be good though. Silhouette. Yes, yes. Holy shit, everything's broken.これ何? Does it make sense? I don't think it makes sense. I just want to see what it looks like. If anything, like painting over is probably easier than doing this shit. Party too hard. Now I have no steam. I don't know. It feels like we're onto something. I just don't know where to close this off right now. Maybe color balance isn't quite right. Maybe the skin is still too saturated. Well, I mean, I never try to desaturate it, but... Ooh. This looks so weird on my tablet screen, but it looks fine on my other monitor. Indeed they do. I remember I was looking for references today, and then her art keeps coming up. Yeah, I was like, Lamau. Like, I think I need to learn to do this, where you start merging, like having the same colors, like the same grays, sorry, the same color for the shadow here, basically. It simplifies a lot on the palette front, so it makes things look more cohesive. But like real life doesn't really work like that sometimes. There's a tendency to try to make it look realistic. But anyways, kind of tired. I'm just kind of sitting here. I feel like I taken drugs, and then I had like a 2 hours of being high or something, and then now I'm crashing. It's not that bad. Yeah, that's true. I kind of have to hop up early today because I have to go somewhere tomorrow. So I can't do like really late because I have to go in the morning. Right, do you have a daily for me, George? I mean, only if you want to. It's not I need one. I'm just feeling. Waiting for things to cook. Is this the artist? I think this is the one that's always in VR chat. Yeah, it is. It is, yeah. I remember them drawing either this blue one or like another one. I mean, the efficiency is kind of through the roof, so it's probably buried already. Kind of insane, actually. Mm-hmm. Oh, this is a figure. This is not even a 3D model. This is an outright figure. They're actually selling it. I guess you. I didn't talk about. I didn't say anything, and it flashed by really quickly. But this right here is talking about they're doing the review of the thing. So you have an artist that does the initial sort of figure making, modeling, sculpting, and then they would do a review, and then they'll put it into production. Is what it is. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's like a year ago now, or half a year ago. Uh oh. Wait a second. Might not be safe for work on this website. I thought this was like a different version of the same thing because it would be it's implied, but this is like the other works of this artist or something, or like I think I'm assuming it's the artist of the sculptor artist, or not. Oh, I see what it's saying. It's saying like an original character from a artist, not like an anime. That's what they mean by original. But yeah, anyways. I guess if you have this many followers, if I have this many followers, maybe this could also be a thing many years down the line. But yeah, I don't know, cause like all these are like very tightly rendered, relatively speaking. I feel like. Anyways, this is all very far down the line. Uh, yeah, the music has stopped. I'm also not hearing anything. I'm not listening to anything. Just kind of sitting here in the silence. Uh, gotta get shit done, guys. Gotta get shit done. You got a lucky number from me, George? Lucky number? Lucky number between 1 and 5,162. Okay. Oh, pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good one. I mean, like, granted, like, all 5,000 are my bookmarks, right? It's not like I don't like, I'm not gonna have anything I don't like in here. But there are memes, and then there's, like, sketches, but you found one there is just, like, actually a, fully rendered one. Pretty good. Oh, this one's interesting, because there's two versions here. There's this, and then I think this is like the, yeah, this is like a record. You can see it says Japanese phonograph. Sorry, photograph. Oh, sorry, never mind then. I don't know what this is then. But like, I don't know why this is slightly tilted. I don't know why it's slightly tilted, but we have two of them here. Also, you can see the new color picker feature here. I can pick a color, and it will tell you where that color is. So we can do some basic analysis this way. And then, of course, you can write notes. You can tag, and then all that. This color picker had to be implemented by itself. Like, apparently there's no library or something. I don't really know why this has to be implemented. So everything that you see, the pixels here and the triangle here, they actually render it in. Like, you have, like, the code is there to render it in, if I understand it correctly. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, it's like, if you look at this, there's a canvas. So it's a canvas element. So it's kind of ridiculous because that means that you're rendering every single pixel in the square to emulate this thing. This is kind of stupid. You would think that there's a fixed color picker already in all this, but apparently not. You see, it saves the state. If I refresh, saves the state. Perfect. There's a lot of quality of life stuff that I had to do, like the thumbnails here, so that if I ever do like stuff on stream, I can at least make sure the next one is not explicit. Like this. Damn, 167 and also a banger. Look at that. Absolute banger. It's so weird. Like, I feel like despite being much closer to our goals, I feel like I'm further away than ever. Because like I'm looking at all these art and I'm looking at all these crazy pieces and I'm like, yeah, I don't have the patience to do this, huh? Am I even ever gonna be able to do this? And not from a technical point of view, even like almost just like a patience point of view, even. So I don't know. Weird, very weird indeed. Now look at this. We're probably not that far off from like in terms of quality, render quality. We're not really that far off with the other one, I think. Because like my issue here is I don't really know what to do with my brushstrokes. But if you give me the reference here, we should be able to get pretty damn close because I can see what is it that is being represented by what. So I think maybe now it truly is a go back to studying kind of situation. Because trying to figure this out takes a lot of effort. Rendering it for original pieces take a lot of effort. You need to think through and plan it out and carry it through. But then a study like this would be a lot easier to manage. And then in that process, we can get more proficient and more comfortable with the process, with the intricacies and details, and just having more patience. Then from there, we can do some more original stuff. Which is why I have to go through like the 5,000 here and figure out what I want each one to be for. Like there are pieces like this where I just liked it in the heat of the moment, but I don't really know why. And now I sometimes don't feel it anymore. I don't feel like why I like this. I'm not really sure. But oh, is this? No, it's fine. The processes. Yeah, tastes change. For sure. Because it's kind of trickier, because there's two levels of changes here. You have the first level of, like you say, the taste change itself, right? There is like, there's like you yourself, but there's also external stimuli. So you could change here, or the external environment could be different when you're perceiving this art. Like this would be, for example, if you keep looking at red stuff, everything else will look green, right? Or does it look green? Look the opposite. Because you're constantly looking at it. So if you look at too many like noisy things, you might like some quiet things all of a sudden. But it could also be that you yourself has changed. So it's a lot of different. This looks so good too, right? Like, cause it would be nice to try to do something like this. I don't know. I definitely do want to touch 3D this year. We're still gonna try and push limits this year. We still have to experiment. But right now we're a little bit too overextended. I just need to finish this. Oh, this is there's videos here by the way, so we have stuff like this. There's an animation for a VR chat model. So stuff like this are not very relevant for art. Exactly. You could use it for posing and whatnot. But it's not directly relevant for colors and rendering and all that. Pretty nice. A lot of other stuff. I think this is like a video as well. Anyways, I think I'll probably hop off here. Monday, I would like to give the good news that this is sorted out and we have a better direction. But we'll find out. Because I need to be by myself. I need to be in a good state of mind to do this properly. And right now I cannot evaluate it very well. But yeah, thank you guys for coming. Thank you, George, the only person here today that chatted. I mean, this is suggestive. I'm gonna eat it. Indeed. Have a good night, George. I see you on Monday. Thanks for coming. Good night. Goodbye.